Hey everyone, Erin here from Real Wig Fun. Thanks so much for joining me. This review today is for those of you that have been asking me for more information and more examples of some great toppers. So stay tuned. This is not a wig, this is a topper, and it's a brand new topper from Wille. It's called Stream. It's from their Top Power collection, and I have it in the gorgeous color Bernstein Rooted. If you're new to the alternative hair community, welcome. My name is Erin, and I provide reviews and advice and feedback to help you navigate your hair loss journey. Toppers are just really great options for those of us looking to add volume. Maybe you have all over thinning, which is basically my situation. Perhaps you have isolated hair loss. Maybe it's at the crown, maybe it's at your hairline. Regardless of why you're looking for alternative hair or to consider toppers, there's a few things that you're absolutely going to want to know when you're trying to find the best topper for you and your bio hair. But before we get into that, why don't I show you Stream? So Stream is a medium-sized topper. It has a full lace front, a full lace top, and then wefted along the sides with 4 clips. So let me do a turn so that you can see Stream on all sides. This is obviously my front. I will get up close and show you it does have a lace front. So whenever you have a topper with a lace front, you're going to lay it across where your hairline would naturally be. Unlike a topper without a lace front, and you would typically sit that back about an inch and a half back from your own hairline and incorporate that front hair of your own bio hair with that of the topper. In this case, this one has a lace front, so I have not pulled out any of my own bio hair out of the front of this topper. And this is my right side. It comes like this. I didn't curl it. It is made out of heat-defying synthetic fibers. So if you wanted to straighten this piece, if you wanted to change the wave pattern, you can absolutely do so. Okay? Here is the back. My left-hand side. And back to the front. I mentioned earlier that this particular topper is made out of heat-defying synthetic fiber. What the heck does that mean? And if you're new to wearing wigs, I get it. I remember all of these different terminologies and thinking, I don't know what the heck they're talking about. So heat defiant, HD fiber, true to life fiber, those are some of the terms that you're going to see when you're searching for your wig that indicates that that particular fiber is a synthetic fiber that can have heat applied to it to heat style it just like you would with your own bio hair. You typically want to keep the heat on low to avoid damaging those heat defiant synthetic fibers, but they can absolutely be styled. But let's say I do nothing to this piece and I go to wash this topper. It is going to dry in the last style that was put into it. So for example, after I wash this piece, it's going to dry exactly like this. No styling needed. One of the best things about wearing alternative synthetic hair. The lengths on Stream range from 15 3/4 and 17.5 inches throughout this style. So it's a longer style. I love this particular length. Given that it is heat-defying synthetic fibers, you're going to want to make sure that you're using a wide tooth comb starting at the bottom and making your way up. Let's talk about this color Bernstein Rooted and picking and choosing the color of your topper based on your own bio hair. So I will take the topper off in a moment, but I want to show you something. When you're looking for the perfect hair topper color for you, it doesn't need to be perfect, a perfect match to your own bio hair. It just needs to be generally close. Okay, so you will notice that my hair is a little bit ashier and lighter than that of the topper, but I can blend this in well enough that it's really not a big deal. To me, Bernstein Rooted is a really beautiful blonde shade. Okay, so you've got the lightest brown, you've got light golden blonde throughout the shade, light honey blonde as a shaded root, done really well. I love how dynamic this color is. I also think it's a great color for those of us that are looking to find a similar match to our bio hair. And because you've got those blended shades, it's going to make it easier picking a topper color that best blends with your own bio hair. I've never been able to have a cute ponytail. My hair has never been, well, aside from when maybe I was 16, 17. But as I've gotten older and my hair has thinned even more, it's certainly more difficult to create a really cute ponytail. One of the best things about toppers, in my opinion, is the ability to really easily create a ponytail. You can put it in a low bun to get it off of your neck. So there's a lot of styling options to incorporate that of your own bio hair and that of the topper. So you can not only wear it down, but you could also wear it up. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take it off and show you what the inside of the base looks like. If you're more familiar with wigs, you may hear us refer to it as a cap on a wig, versus on a topper, you often see it referred to as a base, okay? So this particular topper has 4 clips, 2 at the front here and 2 at the back. So they are pressure sensitive clips. I have unclipped them and I'm carefully removing the topper, and there is my bio hair. All right, let's take a closer look at the base on stream. And you will often see the measurements of the base, and what it's referring to is basically the length and the width. And this particular base is 6 by 6.5 inches. This is really important when you are searching for the best topper for you. And here's why. Let's say, for example, you have isolated hair loss or significant hair loss at your crown. You want to make sure that the base of the topper that you are choosing exceeds past a good 1.5 to 2 inches outside of that area of isolated hair loss. So that number 1, you have the coverage that you need, and number 2, that these clips, wherever they fall, should be clipping into healthy bio hair. I mentioned earlier that Stream is a medium-sized topper, and they're more referring to the actual size of this particular topper being, a generous amount of coverage. There are toppers that extend further and have larger bases if your hair loss is more significant or advanced. You do want and do need to have healthy bio hair at the points of where you are adhering these clips to your own bio hair. Let me talk about that for a second. When I place this particular topper on my head, and to be honest is quite the case with a number of toppers, these front 2 clips right here are falling at the point of where my hair loss is the most significant, which is right in here. Okay, so I'm gonna get up really close. There is very little hair to carefully grab onto. Here's a trick that I absolutely love and use when I'm personally wearing a topper. It's called It Stays. Let me just put the topper down, okay? It looks like a roll-on deodorant, okay? It's clear and it's sticky. So I would roll this, along the top of my head here, okay? Before I put on my topper. When I go to place on my topper, I would place it on. Now I'm lining up that lace front to where my hairline would naturally be. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold my hand like this. And in essence, I'm helping to create a bit of a grip between the base of my topper and that of the It Stays that I've put on the top of my head. I really find that that helps with 2 things. Number 1, it puts less pressure on those clips because the It Stays is helping this stay in place. And then number 2, my bio hair is very thin and fine and slippery. And sometimes my hair slips through those clips. So the security of the It Stays helps to keep that topper where it's supposed to be. I hope that was helpful for you. And if you're interested in Ellen Wille's Stream, head over to wigsbypattiespearls.com. Be sure to use my discount code ERYNN, ERYNN, 25. Stay well and stay safe. Bye, everybody.